Thank you very much. A great welcome to everybody here tonight to celebrate with us. Last summer, Tricia, my wife, and I had an opportunity to visit Ireland. And when I was there, I kissed the Blarney Stone, and legend has it that when you kiss the Blarney Stone, it gives you a gift of eloquence. I'm going to put that to the test right now. First, I'd like to thank all of the staff at Willow Creek Winery here for arranging for this beautiful weather today. How about it? Huh? And including Shannon and Sarah, the wait staff, the bartenders, and of course I'd like to thank this terrific band. They've already warmed us up here, Barcelona. Yeah. We're ready to go. Our wedding planner, Michael Emmons, is standing over here. Yeah! Thank you. The bridal party, for all your support of Christine and Matt, especially Christine's sisters, Eileen and Elizabeth. Thank you. Now, a special thank you to my son, John, our son, John. He was the officiant of the wedding today. And 9 months ago, he did the same for our other daughter, Elizabeth, and I think he's got a future in this business. What do you think?
I'm sure Pat's thrilled.
And of course, I'd like to recognize Christine for her tireless planning, including many details that she and Matt handled without the assistance of the older generation, right? And our sincere thanks to everyone here from the bottom of our hearts for making this trip from coast to coast. We've got people from Washington State, California, Arizona, Texas, Florida, and New England. And you've sacrificed your time and your resources to celebrate with us, and we greatly appreciate it. A special thank you to Beth and Tom Swaintek. For not only hosting a wonderful and beautiful rehearsal dinner last night, but for their gracious generosity in sharing this fantastic wedding reception with Tricia and me. Last but not least, my beautiful wife, Tricia. For her constant support of both Christine and Matt, with just the right amount of motherly interference. For keeping me on the straight and narrow, which is no easy feat. Now I'd like you to turn your attention, Christine and Matthew, to the mantle over the fireplace, where there are photographs of generations of weddings that now you become part of. And there are photographs on the table over here, over your right shoulders. And these pictures represent the joining of the Willis and Swaintek families and the joining of the Kenny and Wickstead families. And they're a reminder of those wedding days filled with so much happiness, like this one. And they're also a reminder to never forget our loved ones who have gone before us. And I'm not sure if you noticed, but the front row aisle seat on each side of today's beautiful ceremony was empty. And those seats were empty because they were occupied by some very special people. These seats had a bouquet of flowers and a sign at the base that read, "We know that you would be here today if heaven weren't so far away." Let me just say a few words quickly about Matt. I met Matt for the first time at a Tom James trunk show. Now, in Center City. Now, Tom James trunk show is scores of people coming in and looking at clothing And Christine was there, and I met her, and she introduced me to two people. Her boss, smart girl, and a gentleman by the name of Matthew Swaintek. Now, there were scores of people in this room, and I met two people. The one I could understand. The other, I kind of thought, that's interesting. And that's when it started. And you know, what endeared us to Matt, right from the start, was his importance of family. He spoke so highly of his parents and his siblings and all of his family, and his uncles and aunts and cousins, and the infamous Biders. Where are all the Biders here? And they're like family, right? And it was quite striking. In fact, the most beautiful Memorial Day weekend we've had in decades that I can remember, I asked Matt the week before, are you going to come down for the weekend down the shore at our house? And he said, no, I'm going to spend the penultimate weekend of my bachelorhood with my family. And I thought, geez, that's exactly what endeared us to Matt over the time of his courtship with Christine. The other thing that really endeared us to him is that when he would come down the shore, he would take out the trash without being asked. Now, hey. Any parents in this room of a teenager or older know that's a big deal, right? When that happens, right? And as a keen judge of character, Grandpa Kenny pulled me aside one day and he gave me his blessing of you, Matt. Especially when you walked in one weekend with a Villanova national championship basketball. You see, that was Grandpa Kenny's alma mater. So you see the deal right there. Matt, you were an enthusiastic, considerate, and thoughtful young man. And Beth and Tom, congratulations on raising a special son that we are now proud to call our son-in-law. Thank you. Now, Christine. In collecting my thoughts, Christine, 3 words have come to mind. Grateful, proud, and surprised. And let me tell you why those words come to mind. I can remember when you were born. Other than your mother, I was the first one to hold you, and I was so grateful and proud to be a father again. And I was a little bit surprised that you weighed in at double digits. But you looked up at me with those big brown eyes, and as you grew into a toddler, Mom would take you to the grammar school where the kids attended and push you around in the coach as he volunteered. And one student, a little girl, came up to Mom at one point and said, Mrs. Wickstead, why does your baby always look surprised? And it wasn't surprise, it was that she was taking it all in and learning the good and the bad from her older siblings. And then I distinctly remember your search for a college. On we went on the college tour, and I was grateful and proud of your meticulous approach to that search. And quite frankly, a little surprised once again when your search led to you to the South. And on we went to the University of Alabama in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And we loaded up the car one hot summer August, and down we went, 14 hours in the car with Christine to Tuscaloosa. Unloaded her in the dorm. The next day, Trish and I jumped in the car, headed back, and I looked at Trish and I said, I'll give her 30 days and she'll be calling us to come get her. But 4 years later, with a degree from the business school and a minor in computer science, there we were, And again, I was grateful that she graduated in 4 years and proud of your academic accomplishments. And a little surprised that she came home. And then she entered the workforce. And once again, with a full-time job and benefits, I was grateful. And I was proud and a little surprised that she chose the sales profession. Now, it wasn't just sales that she went into selling custom-made clothing. This is in an age when everyone's wearing business casual. This was like trying to sell sand in the desert. But through hard work and persistence, she succeeded. And I'm proud to say that within her first year, she won a trip to Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic. You remember that trip? And about 24 other of her colleagues won the trip as well. So off they go in February to Punta Cana, not a bad deal. Every recipient, every winner was permitted to bring a guest. And many brought their significant others, some brought their siblings and friends, and some brought their mother. One award winner brought their father. And once again, I was grateful to go to Punta Cana in February. And proud and a little surprised when I wound up being the only father. Christine. In conclusion, let me just say that I'm grateful and proud, but not surprised, that you have become a hardworking, persistent, thoughtful, and loving woman who is now ready to begin another important chapter in your life. And before we toast, may I ask the following special people to please stand. May I ask those who are Christine's cousin and significant others to stand. Christine's cousins and significant others. And how about Matt's cousins and significant others? Please stand. Those of you who are Christine's aunts and uncles, please stand. And Matt's aunts and uncles, please stand. Those of you who are friends of Christine, including the Crimson Tide contingent, Roll Tide, please stand. And friends of Matt, including, I think, one Florida Seminole, right? Go Knowles. And their significant others. And finally, friends of Beth and Tom, and friends of Tricia and me, including those of you who call yourselves stupid jerks. Please stand. And lastly, the immediate family, the Swaintecks and the Wicksteads. Now, Matt and Christine, looking around this room reminds me of the iconic movie, The Wizard of Oz, where the great and powerful Oz, near the end, is granting the wishes of the Scarecrow, the Lion, and the Tin Man. And the wizard turns to the Tin Man, who wanted a heart all along, and said, you know, you've had a heart all along, but what you didn't have is a testimonial. And Christine and Matt, tonight you have a testimony, not only to the love between the two of you, but the love that everybody in this room feels for you tonight. And then the wizard ends his discussion with the Tin Man with these words. And remember, my sentimental friend, that a heart is not judged by how much you love, but by how much you are loved by others. Perhaps the most exciting part of your future is that now you will travel life's road together. But never forget, wherever that road leads you to, there is no place like home. And so let's raise our glass and toast. Christine and Matthew, may your marriage bring you the blessings of a long and happy life together. God bless you, and we love you.